In the previous class, we looked at an introduction to marketing. We learned the definitions of marketing, and we saw what revolves or what marketing revolves around: exchange process. Today, in our team 2, we'll be looking at marketing concepts. Now, what do we mean when we say concepts? Concepts are like terms. They're like professional words. They're like jargons. They're like slangs. They're like technical words. They're like register of words that are peculiar to a particular profession or to a particular subject or profession. In marketing, there are some terms that learners are supposed to know about, because these terms are used in daily marketing activities and even studies. So we said marketing terms are those words, those technical terms, those grammar, those jargons, those professional expressions that are used by marketers or marketing professionals. Today we're going to be highlighting some of these terms, and then we'll look at just a brief meaning of some of these terms. Now, one of the terms that are used in marketing is need. Another one is want. Another one is demand. Another one is product. We also have exchange. We have transaction. We have markets. We have marketing. We have utility. We have value. We have marketing management. And there are so many marketing terms that are used by marketing professionals. Now let's look at the first one, which is needs. Now, needs are essential commodities that consumers cannot do without. They are those things that are not extravagant. They are those things that are not just a mere wish. There are things that consumers need for them to lead a successful life. And so needs are those things that are urgent, those things that are essential for a consumer. For example, as a student, the need of a student are textbooks, notebooks, Bible, uniforms, school bags, food, healthcare, a school environment. Those things are things that a consumer cannot do without, right? Now, what are the needs of an engineer? An engineer needs his tools, right? What are the needs of a medical doctor? A medical doctor has some apparatus that they cannot do without. So needs are those things that consumers consider very essential. So as you're seated there, I know you should be thinking of, what are those things you need? What are those things that you cannot do without? Those things are called your needs. So that need is very essential in marketing. And then another concept in marketing is want. Now, want is different from needs. Wants are just things that are just mere cravings. They are just mere expectations that the consumer or an individual does not necessarily need. You can do without it, but it's just a mere wish. You just wish to have something. It's called wants in marketing. For example, I want to own a private jet. It's just a mere wish. I know I don't really need it, right? So those things are called wants. So they are not urgent, they are not necessary, they are just mere needs that if you have excess resources, you can now think of them. If not, they are things that are not necessary for individuals. So needs and wants may seem synonymous, but they are not really the same, they are different. Alright. Then the other concept is demand. Demand is like the quantity of a commodity that consumers are willing and able to purchase at a price. The quantity or a kind of commodity or product that consumers need, and they are able, they have the purchasing power, they have the capacity to buy at a given price. And so the definition is that commodities or demand is defined as a commodity or the quantity of a commodity that consumers are willing and able to buy at a given price and at a given time. Demand is very essential, and it's also an important concept in marketing. So with time, they will be asking you, what is the demand? What is the demand of Nigeria? What is the demand of the consumer? What's the demand of the society? Demand creates exchange. Demand is also important. And very, very important is that demand must be backed by ability to pay. Another concept is product. Product is virtually everything that can be offered in the market that has value. Anything that can be offered that can attract attention of consumers is a product. And product has some characteristics. Product has bulkiness. Product has features. Anything that consumers wish and need that is offered in the market that can satisfy the consumers is called a product. And we have different kinds of products. In our later discourse, we'll look at the types of products that we may have. So, for example, like a learner or a student, products that a student may need are things like chalk, bio, textbooks, exercise books, uniforms, sandals. They are all products. And products are in two categories. There are tangible products and intangible products. Tangible products are products that consumers can feel, they can see, and they can touch. But intangible are those products that cannot be seen. For example, you need education, it's an intangible product. You need healthcare, it's an intangible product. You need medical services, it's an intangible product. And just everything that you can just think about that can satisfy a consumer. And then another one we have is exchange. Now, exchange is anything that can be given to get something else. Now, money creates an exchange process. Why? Because money helps you to get what you don't have. So exchange has to do with giving of something in exchange or to receive something else. Before the advent of money, exchange was done through trade by barter. But these days, money facilitates exchange. Then we also look at transaction. Transaction is a business dealing. It's like a negotiation between the buyer and the seller, or the producer and the consumer. So transaction is also a very, very important concept in marketing. Then we also have market. Market is like the consumers. You seated here is a market to anybody that you consume from. Then we also have marketing. And we have seen that marketing has to do with the social and managerial aspect that has to do with satisfying the consumer. Utility is the satisfaction you derive from using a particular product. Value is the resourcefulness or whatever quality that the products can give to the consumer. And then management has to do with the process of identifying and all the functions that are done to facilitate marketing. Because of time, we'll stop here today, and in our next class, we will look at what we have to look at. Thank you very much.